We've all been there. The end of a fantastic date. The vibe is electric, the connection is palpable, the chemistry is undeniable. And then comes that moment, that awkward, clunky, mood-killing, gut-wrenching moment where you have to somehow bridge the gap between the date and the bedroom, the moment of the ask. So, wanna come back to my place? Or the even clunkier, do you wanna have sex? It shatters the magic, it puts her completely on the spot, and it opens you up to that soul-crushing, confidence-destroying rejection. But what if I told you that asking for intimacy is the single biggest, most amateur mistake you can possibly make? What if I told you that the most successful, most desired men on the planet never, ever ask at all? There is a psychological trick, a powerful framing technique that transforms this moment of high anxiety into a seamless, natural, exciting, and almost inevitable escalation, where intimacy becomes the obvious, mutually desired next step, often making her feel like it was her idea all along. Today, I am giving you the blueprint for that flawless, irresistible transition. This is not about learning cheesy lines. It is about mastering the art of masculine leadership and understanding the deep psychology of female desire. Master this framework, and you will not only mitigate, but almost entirely eliminate the fear of rejection in this critical moment forever. And pay close attention, because the third step of this process is the one that separates the boys who ask from the men who confidently lead, and it is the key to everything. So why is directly asking for intimacy such a catastrophic failure of a strategy, psychologically speaking? It boils down to a few critical attraction-killing reasons. It abandons the masculine frame of leadership. At the peak moment of tension and desire, you are abdicating your role as the confident masculine leader, and you are putting the entire heavy logistical and emotional weight of a high-pressure binary yes-no decision squarely on her shoulders. This forces her out of her emotional, feminine, receptive state and directly into her logical, analytical brain, which is the absolute enemy of passion and desire. It is transactional, not seductive. It frames intimacy as a clunky, logical transaction that she must verbally approve, like a business deal rather than the passionate, organic, almost inevitable culmination of the vibe, the chemistry, the tension you've both been building all night. It's unsexy. It shatters the magic. It screams insecurity and uncertainty. The very act of asking in this context often comes from a place of deep uncertainty. You're seeking her permission, her validation, her approval, which subconsciously communicates a profound lack of confidence in your own desirability, in the connection you've built, and in your ability to read the situation. It's a question born of fear, not of confident desire. You, the powerful, attractive man, doesn't ask for permission to be desirable. He creates an irresistible experience that leads to a mutual, unspoken, and then enthusiastically confirmed yes. This is the fundamental, game-changing shift we are making today. Step number 1. Create the bubble of intimacy, the foundation. The principle. Before any significant physical escalation can ever hope to succeed, you must first create a powerful two-person world, a bubble of intimacy, where she feels profoundly seen, deeply understood, and emotionally connected to you. This is the absolute non-negotiable foundation, the potent psychology. This masterfully builds comfort, trust, and deep, authentic rapport. When a woman feels psychologically and emotionally safe with a man, when she feels he gets her on a level beyond the superficial, her physical defenses, her resistance, naturally, almost automatically, lower. You are making her want to be closer to you on an emotional and psychological level first, which paves the way for the physical. The precise execution, deep, unwavering eye contact, Hold warm, intense, appreciative eye contact. Do not look away nervously. Let your eyes communicate your interest and presence. Genuine, active listening. Ask insightful, open-ended questions about her passions, her dreams, her perspectives, and listen with absolute, undivided intent. Make her feel like she is the most fascinating person in the world at that moment. Calibrated, authentic vulnerability, yours. Share a small, authentic story, a personal ambition, or a genuine feeling. When you open up just enough, it gives her powerful permission to do the same, which dramatically deepens the bond and builds trust. Ruthlessly eliminate distractions. Your phone is away, silenced, and forgotten. Your focus, your energy, all of it is on her. You are consciously, deliberately creating a world that for that moment only includes the two of you. Step number 2, master calibrated physical escalation, building tension. The principle. You gradually, smoothly, and respectfully increase the level of physical touch to build palpable sexual tension and to constantly gauge her receptiveness and comfort. Each small step up the ladder is a micro-test that must be passed with a positive response before proceeding to the next. The potent psychology. This skillfully moves the interaction from the purely verbal and emotional plane to the physical in a smooth, natural, non-creepy way. It normalizes touch, it builds anticipation, and it allows you to read her body language, the most honest form of communication. Her positive reciprocal response to your touch is a series of micro-yeses that build momentum towards the final, enthusiastic yes. The execution, the escalation ladder, calibrated every rung. Start with accidental or socially acceptable touch. Brief, light touches on the arm or the back as you laugh at a joke or make a point. Move to intentional but non-intrusive touch. A light touch on her hand to emphasize a point. A gentle hand on the small of her back as you guide her through a door. Initiate a handhold, a classic, powerful step that solidifies a physical connection. Escalate proximity and intimate touch, sitting closer, a hand on her knee, if context is appropriate, brushing her hair from her face. The kiss, if the vibe is electric and she is reciprocating all your touches, you don't ask for a kiss. You create a moment of intense eye contact. You lean in slowly, giving her ample time to pull away if she is not comfortable, and you confidently, gently go for it. Critical at every single step, you calibrate. Does she lean into your touch or pull away? Does she tense up or relax? Does she reciprocate the touch? If you receive any signal of hesitation or discomfort, you immediately respectfully stop, dial it back to the previous comfort level, and rebuild the vibe. Her comfort is paramount to her desire. Step number 3. The confident, assumptive lead. The master move. The principle, after successfully building a powerful emotional and physical connection, after receiving a series of micro-yeses through calibrated escalation, you do not then shatter the magic by asking for intimacy. You confidently assume that the positive, intimate vibe will naturally continue, and you lead the logistics to a more private, more intimate location. The potent psychology. This is the ultimate, most powerful demonstration of confidence, social intelligence, and masculine leadership. You are not putting the heavy, awkward final decision on her. You are confidently, smoothly leading her on the next logical phase of the exciting adventure you're both already on. You are taking the immense pressure off of her to have to make the big decision in a logical, verbal way. It is bold, it is decisive, it is incredibly attractive, and it allows the passion to continue flowing uninterrupted. The execution, confident statements, not weak questions. Instead of the weak, vibe-killing, "So, do you want to maybe come back to my place?" You say with a confident, warm, playful smirk, and while making eye contact, "Let's get out of this crowded place." Or, "This has been amazing, but I think it's time for a change of scenery. Come on, let's go." Or, most directly, "Let's continue this conversation back at my place. I've got a great bottle of wine with our name on it." These are confident, declarative statements, not weak, supplicating questions. As you say them, you might gently reach for her hand, stand up, and begin to lead. Her willingness to smile, to stand up, to willingly follow your lead is her unspoken, enthusiastic, powerful yes. You are masterfully creating what's known as an inevitability frame. You have built so much powerful connection, so much palpable tension, that moving to a more private location is the only logical, natural, and deeply desired conclusion for both of you. You are not asking for her permission. You are confidently leading her to a destination that you have skillfully made you both already want to go to. Now let's be absolutely crystal clear about the most important, the most critical, the non-negotiable part of this entire process. This powerful framework of leading is built on one unshakable, unbreakable foundation: the doctrine of the enthusiastic yes. Your job as a confident, ethical leader is to be acutely, constantly aware of her signals, her energy, her comfort throughout this entire process. Is she leaning in? Is she reciprocating your touch with equal enthusiasm? Is her eye contact warm and inviting? Is she smiling genuinely? Is she willingly, happily coming with you when you lead? These are the continuous micro-yeses that build to her final, enthusiastic, and freely given consent. If at any point, at any stage, you feel hesitation, if you see her pull away, if she seems unsure, if her yes feels reluctant, forced, or uncertain, you stop. Immediately, you respect the boundary. You do not push, you do not persuade, you dial it back. Anything less than an enthusiastic, joyful, freely given yes from her, whether that's verbal or nonverbal, is a firm, absolute, unshakable no. This is not about pressure, about coercion, about manipulation. This is about being a confident, attuned man who is so skilled at creating connection and reading desire that he can confidently lead a woman to a place of mutual, unbridled pleasure and enthusiastic, freely given consent. That is true power. That is true seduction. Stop asking for intimacy. Start confidently leading to it. The 3 steps. 1. Create the deep bubble of intimacy. This is your emotional and psychological foreplay. 2. Master calibrated physical escalation. Build tension and gauge her constant micro-yeses. 3. Use the confident, decisive, assumptive lead. Lead the logistics, not ask the question. This is a radical, powerful shift from the weak nice guy playbook. In the comments section below, let's talk about it. What is the single biggest mistake you think men make when trying to initiate intimacy that kills the mood instantly? Or which of these 3 powerful steps do you think is the most crucial to master? Let's build a masterclass in confident, successful escalation right here in the comments. If this video just gave you a new level of confidence, a better strategy, a way to overcome that crippling fear of rejection, share it. Help other good men stop being awkward and supplicating and start being confident, respected leaders. For more unfiltered, potent truths about attraction, confidence, and the deep psychology of seduction, make sure you have absolutely obliterated that subscribe button and have rung that critical notification bell. Your confidence is your ultimate key. Go out there and lead with confidence.